Hey, Sony, hope all is well. Wanted to ask you about something Rex Burkhead just said. He just said that the running backs today played for James White, and just how much I guess was that true for you when you were out there running hard?
Definitely, throughout the week, especially him missing from practice, we're always thinking about him, especially I can speak for myself. Thinking about him a lot, just texting him, making sure he's good, staying high spirits. And, the rest of the backs, I believe, did the same thing. And we all kind of came together and just played hard. I mean, that's what James White do. He doesn't complain. He go to work every day. He's one of those guys that I'm sure you hear him being talked up all the time, but it's just who he is.
And just a follow up, how much does the performance of your other backs, Rex Burkhead and JJ Taylor, just motivate you and push you even in a game?
Um, their performance, it motivates me. It excites me to see those guys succeed because I see how hard they work in practice. Everything that they do in the games, they practice on the practice field fundamentally. They just work hard without complaining. I think it's a big up for Rex, taking a big load, and JJ coming in there and performing well.
Thank you.
Then we'll go to Zach Cox, then Trey Dare.
Hey, Sony, I was wondering if you could just take us through what you saw on those two long runs you had. I believe it was a 38-yarder and a 48-yarder.
Just kind of reading my keys, seeing how, the defensive linemen were playing, reading it in, the guys cut it, trying to block off the outside. Offensive line did a great job holding on to their blocks, and kind of creased it through the gaps, and it kind of broke open for me. Offensive line, they get a lot of I would say not a lot of credit most of the time for our success, but those guys, they work hard, and not really realizing, but those guys play every play without complaining, and I think that's huge.
And just a quick follow-up, you had a new center in there today in Joe moving over from guard. What can you say about the performance he had today?
I'll say he came in there and did a great job. He practiced as hard as he can all week. Came in, stepped in, new position. Sometimes in this game, in this sport, you have to adjust, and I think that's exactly what he did, and he did it well.
And we'll go to Trey Dare, followed by Dan Roach.
Sony, there's just a lot of different offenses in the NFL, but just being a running back, being able to break a team's will, the kind of numbers you guys put up, 250 yards rushing today, how does that feel to be able to play more of a power game now and sort of break a team spirit at times like you guys did today?
That's our goal. In order to, coaches say all the time, in order to win games in this league, you got to be able to run the football, stop the run, and cover kicks. And that's something we take pride in as an offense, trying to run the football as best as we can. All 11 guys on the field just doing their job to get the job done.
We'll go to Dan Roach and then Max Cerullo.
Hey, Sony, how motivating was this week for you as a group, as an offense, with all that you've been through, starting last Sunday with James, and then the running back group to come together the way you did, but also the offensive line with David going down? What kind of feeling was there in that locker room and then on the field as the game evolved about kind of taking it to them and just working together as a group?
Every week is a motivation to our team, to our offense. And we want to play the best as we can each and every week. Obviously, last week wasn't how we wanted to go, but we have to move forward and kind of build our identity, who we want to be as an offense, and I think we're working towards that. I think our guys do a great job of working hard. In practice, coaches putting us in position to succeed, and all we have to do is just, prepare, and everything will take care of itself when the game comes.
And we'll go to Max Cerullo, followed by Steve Sanchez. Mac, before you ask your questions, just a quick update for everybody. Julian Edelman is starting now in Ann's room. Go ahead, Mac.
Hey, Sony, how's it going? Sony, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So, hey, just wanted to ask your big runs today. When you were able to break either both of them, is there a certain level of satisfaction that you were able to finally break through for a couple of big runs? Today.
It's satisfaction for our offense. We always want to create big plays, and it's good for our guys to know that we're capable of doing it. It builds confidence, and we want to continue to do it. And when we do it, it makes us want to. It brings that energy.
And we'll go to Steve Sanchez and then to Chris Ryan.
Thanks, Mike. Hey, Sony. Your first run came on a second down carry. Your first one, and that was in the third quarter. And your next big one was on a first down run. Each time that you carried the ball, you had a certain shift and then the speed. Did you feel pretty good about all those moves?
Felt pretty good out there. Try to do the best that I can. But initially, it starts in practice. And those are some of the fundamentals that I work on in practice. Coach put us in those positions. We do drills to work on reading blocks and, try to defend tacklers and things like that. So I think I was put in a good position from practice. Coach putting us in the best position in practice to be able to, put it out there on the field.
Thanks, Sony.
Thank you.
And we'll go to Chris Ryan next. Before we go to you, Chris, just another update. Joe Tooney is going in Aaron's room now. Go ahead, Chris.
Hey, Sony, the whole group of running backs today was really good after initial contact. What is the key to that, and how impressed were you with that particular aspect of obviously the massive amount of yardage you guys were able to get?
Our goal was to finish today. Finish every play, every run. Anytime we had the ball in our hand, or whether we didn't have the ball in our hand, our goal was to just finish plays as much as we can.
Yeah, and just a follow-up on that, the way you guys finished the game, both from an offensive perspective and then the defense and getting that touchdown at the end, how impressed were you with, in fact, that you were able to finish against a high-quality team?
Oh, that was huge. Las Vegas do have a great team, and our defense was out there playing hard, fighting for every down, every inch, and I think we played good complementary football today.
All right, I don't see any other hands raised, but if anybody wants to jump in with any follow-ups or any final questions. We'll go to Tara Sullivan. Go ahead, Tara.
You pass
Sorry, can you start the question over? You were muted.
Oh, my apologies. Stick on me. Can you just talk about your role in pass protection? That was just something that Rex mentioned specifically. Do you remember the plays or how much pride, in addition to gaining, yardage, that you take in those?
Pass protection is huge. I think to be a running back on this team and to be a running back in this league, you got to be able to protect the quarterbacks. You just got to be able to do your job. And protection is part of the job. So you got to not only as a running back be able to run the football or catch the football, you got to be able to, block guys that, come your way and who you're supposed to block. And I think our guys in our room take pride in blitz pickup each and every week.
That Rex sees in terms of all the skill set that he seems to have, the many different things he's able to do.
Okay, I missed the beginning of your question. Can you repeat it, please?
Sorry, my bad. I was just asking you if you could describe your impression of Rex in all the versatility and those different skill sets that he seems to have, how you describe him from your point of view.
Rex is an explosive player. As you see, he can play on all downs. He play on all special teams throughout the game. He's one of those guys, high motor. He's going to make big plays, as you've seen today. Great player for this team, and I'm excited. I'm happy that I'm able to play with him.
Okay, I don't see any other hands raised, so we'll call it there. Thank you very much for joining us, Sony. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.